Hi guys, today I'm going to be doing part 2 of my horror laserdisc collection. If I start coughing really bad today or sound out of breath, it's because I've got a really bad chest infection, so you'll just have to bear with me. I wanted to do this today because I'm trying to do one every Sunday until I've got through the horrors, and then I'll see if anybody wants to watch some of the other stuff in my collection, like the Criterions or the cartoon stuff or anything like that. So here we go. The first laserdisc that I've got today, sorry about the glare again, is Poltergeist 2, The Other Side. This one you might have seen is basically a straight sequel to the first one, where the family live in the haunted house. They move to a new house where their mum lives, the grandparent of the little girl who gets taken into the TV on the first one, but the poltergeists and the ghosts and stuff find her, and it's all about a battle of wits between the father of the little girl and the demon, with a little help from a Native American chap to the father. The next one I've got is an original preset video nasty from, I think, about 1983. This one came onto the market, and this is Visiting Hours. Can't really remember much about Visiting Hours. I've seen this one a couple of times. I've got this on all presets, VHS, V2000, Betamax and Laserdisc. This version, it's just pan and scan, worth getting if you're into preset nasties. Another preset nasty, this is Dario Argento's Inferno. This is a really good film, one that I'd recommend to most people. If you've not seen Inferno, then I would definitely say give this one a watch, because this is one of Dario Argento's actually decent films. You know, most of the things he did during the 70s and 80s were good. It was around the 90s he started slipping a bit with his stuff. I'll scooch this way a bit. The next one I've got for you is Demonic Toys. This one's really quite a fun little film. This chap makes me laugh my ass off all the time. I think he's called Baby Upsy-Daisy, and he's very funny with some of the stuff that he comes out with. Not a particularly scary film, but what I really like about this particular laserdisc is this video zone thing at the end. It's packed with lots of making of the film, interviews, updates of films that they're currently doing, because it's made by Full Moon Entertainment, and they put a lot of sort of horror, low budgety stuff out, and some of that stuff that's on the video zone is quite interesting. One definitely to check out if you're into stuff like oh, go on, like, what's it called now? I've totally forgotten. This one, Twilight Zone. I'm sure you've all seen Twilight Zone. This one I got to watch quite recently, and I would have to say avoid this release, because I've checked, and this one is really badly rotted. The first side of the disc is watchable. You know, a bit of coloured snow, you know, it's probably, you know, medium rot. The second side is nearly dead. The sound's gone on it. You can hardly hear anything, and there's really bad snow on it. I'll just give you the reference number for this one. This laserdisc is the 11314LV. There is one on the same code that isn't rotted. That one's not got this detailing round the cover. If it's like the plain black cover, it should be rot free. If it's the first release pan and scan one with this artwork round, avoid it, because I've seen a lot of people have reported that for rot, and I can confirm that that one is heavily rotted. Good film, shame about the rot. The next one I've got for you today is Cannibal Ferox. Now this is one of the best cannibal films there are out there. Lots of animal violence in it. Not a big fan of animal violence, but it does serve the plot well, and this one's a really nice gatefold. Hopefully you can see that pretty well. And this one comes with, some of them do, not all of them these days, come with the soundtrack vinyl record and hopefully an unused vomit bag that goes into this side. Even though it's a single disc, the record and everything is in the back sleeve of this. Very good Cannibal Ferox. Next one I've got for you is Lalidia, which is more commonly known by The Beyond or Seven Doors of Death. I know this one of The Beyond. This one's also a video nasty, as was Cannibal Ferox. Very good disc, this one. Sort of late-ish entry, about 97, 98, something like that. This one came out, yeah, 1997 this one came out, and it is quite a very nice release. Laserdisc, this one. Very good film with zombies and that in it. Very good indeed. Another video nasty for you, and another cannibal film. Let me try and scooch that away. That's it, that's better. And that's Cannibal Holocaust. This is the best cannibal film in my opinion. I don't think Cannibal Ferox is a patch on this one. Cannibal Holocaust being one of my favourite cannibal films, definitely. What I do like about this particular Laserdisc, it's got an isolated soundtrack, so you can listen to the soundtrack of this as if you were listening to a CD. Very, very good film. If you take all the animal cruelty out of it, it's still a brilliant film, and it's still very watchable. So if you're in the UK and you're wanting to watch the film but you're like, oh, I don't like the cut idea, it's only the animal cruelty that's really cut out of it, and it's still worth watching if you can't get this on an uncut Laserdisc. Another Laserdisc video nasty, and that's Zombie, more commonly known in the UK as Zombie Flesh Eaters. There's quite a few horrors video nasties in this little pile, so I'll point them out when we come across them. But yeah, Zombie is a really good film. In America, I think this one's called Zombie 2, because it was an unofficial sequel to Dawn of the Dead, which I'm a massive fan of. But this one's done by Lucia Fulci, whereas Dawn of the Dead was George A. Romero. So we know this is not a sequel, but it's a standalone film. And if you want to watch this one, I would definitely say get it on Blu-ray, because this Laserdisc itself, the colours aren't right. I find a lot of the Image Entertainment ones are quite cheaply mass-produced. They're not the best. The ones with this, the artwork in the middle and this at the side. I've got tons of them, but they always seem bare bones, quite cheaply made, but still very nice to have on Laserdisc. It's just the artwork is a big thing for me, and I just find the sort of skimp on the artwork and features on the Image Entertainment ones. Here's a really cool film called They Live. This one's about an alien invasion, like body snatcher type aliens who mimic people, but with these special glasses you can see them for what they really are. And yeah, it's super good film, really fun, really like this film. Here we have the original Dracula film. This is I think came out in the 60s or something like that. Let's see if we can see a date. Sorry, I'm blocking my face off. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But yeah, this is the original Dracula. The story of, well, Dracula. Not much more to say about it. I'm sure you've either read about Dracula, or you've probably seen this film or its remake, the Bram Stoker's one, which I've got down here, which I'll show you next. Personally prefer the Bram Stoker's Dracula to this one, but still nevertheless nice to have on Laserdisc. Here is, as I say, Bram Stoker's Dracula. This is the Gatefold UK one. Really nice, even though it's got this thing, it doesn't really impact the artwork. It's still very nice, and I'll show you the inside of the Gatefold in a minute. There's some nice artwork in there, which is one of the main reasons that I like Laserdisc, is for the artwork. I'm going to block my face off a second and show you that. But yeah, this is I think it's a three-sided disc. I think side 4's, yeah, three-sided Laserdisc, with side 4 being your flip me over turtle thing on there, I think. One of the Halloween films. This is Halloween H2O, 20 years later. It's an alright Halloween film, nowhere near as good as the early ones. I would say, I don't know, is it worth having on Laserdisc? Probably. It's an alright film. I wouldn't say, rush out and buy this one. It's if you can find it cheap on Laserdisc, get it. Don't be spending a lot of money. It's not that uncommon. It's not that good a film to be warranted being on there. Here's one that you'll be able to pick up for pennies, but pick it up because it is fucking fantastic, and that is Mimic. It's about I'm sure this is the one with the yeah, it is the one with the cockroaches, human-sized cockroaches that are mimicking people, hence the name Mimic. Super fun film. Really like this. It was one of the earlier Laserdiscs that I picked up, and one of the first horrors that I actually watched on Laserdisc when I first got my Laserdisc player. Very good film. Really do like Mimic. Next one I've got is The Omen. I'm not going to tell you anything about The Omen, because if you've not seen it, then there's something wrong with you if you're a horror collector. Very good film. Brilliant performance by Gregory Peck. Like Gregory Peck in a lot of his war stuff, but he pulls that role off really well as well. Next one I've got for you, I've just actually been watching a trailer for this while I've been checking a promotional Laserdisc that I got from America a couple of days ago, and that is The Silence of the Lambs. Again, it's one of those films that you should have seen if you're a horror collector. If not, definitely get out there and get this one, because it's a 90s classic. Very good Laserdisc. Really nice to put together, pal. Deep Star 6. I can't tell you anything about this one because I've never watched it. It looks to have something to do with sort of like alien critters, like this guy here. This little logo thing down here, this little green thing. It's not on the Laserdisc, it's on the actual poly cover itself. That, but yeah, that's Deep Star 6. And the last Laserdisc I've got for you today is Hellraiser 3: Hell on Earth. I think I've shown a Hellraiser in my last video as well. I think that was Hellraiser 2. This one's Hellraiser 3. Really nice Laserdisc, this one. Another PAL one that I've got. But yeah, again, not really going to talk about Hellraiser, tell you anything about it. No need to. It's one of them that you really need to sit down and watch. I'm a massive fan of Hellraiser. I've got them on DVD, I've got them on Laserdisc, and I've got them on VHS as well. So yeah, Hellraiser, really worth watching. Really good. That's all for this week, guys. Hopefully I'll be well enough again to do another video for you next Sunday. Probably in the week I'm going to be bringing you a video showing you how I watch my Laserdisc, because I've got a pretty decent Laserdisc setup with the Anchor Bay DVD-O that I imported, as well as a top line Laserdisc player and DVD player and that on there. So I'll do a video on that, and when I get time I'll also drop some of these promotional store demo discs on YouTube so you can watch them as well, possibly in this next coming week, possibly, you know, in a few weeks when I'm fully fighting fit. So I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.